Welcome to the Loud Whisper Takeover podcast. Today we are going to talk about networking. As you know it already, my name is Cindy Claes. I'm an action actress with a background in dance and theater. I also started to make my own films. And one of the things that is important is networking. I lived in different countries, mainly Belgium, the UK and London, Spain. I also spent a lot of time in Jamaica and the United States. And each country has sort of a different vibe when it comes to networking. I'll give you an example. In Belgium, I find it very hard to just meet and collaborate with new people. Sometimes I ask myself, how comes? When I am in Barcelona, there is a fire when it comes to meeting new people. But one of the things that makes it possible is because there are courageous people, courageous leaders that are organizing networking events. And today I want to interview one of the most powerful women that I've encountered and met in Barcelona. She is just incredible. She started setting up various events for various niches. But then she was like, I'm going to organize an event that is specific for the filmmaking industry. She organizes international filmmakers events. Please welcome Justyna. Hi, Justyna. How are you doing?
How are you doing? I'm perfect.
I am so happy and excited to talk to you today because your international filmmakers event has made an incredible impact on my own personal journey. I'm actually one of your success stories. As a very young filmmaker, I came to your event. I had an idea of something. I walked in having a team of 5 people. I walked out of your event with a team of 17 people. And then within a matter of days, we were a beast production of 26. So I just wanted to say thank you to just start off this episode, because without you, it would have never happened. So please, Justyna, tell us more, first of all, about who you are as a person, as an artist, where you're from, and what you're doing in Barcelona in general, so we get to know you better.
Absolutely. So I'm from Poland. I live abroad since 2012. I moved to Paris when I was very young, around 21, 22 years old. I finished my master there. And actually, this idea to organize events only came to me after I turned 30. And I realized that it's time for me to really follow my heart and to do what I really feel like I should be doing. I felt this like fire inside of me. And I just went for it. And without any experience, I started doing it last year. And I'm an actress, I'm a singer, and I was looking for events to go to make connections and to find new maybe collaborators, to find people to work with. And I couldn't find any. And the one that I was going to, I just couldn't connect with anyone. So I decided to just create it myself. Like right now, anything that I need, I know that no one's going to give it to me. I need to create it myself. And thank you so much for sharing your story. It really means a lot to me. And I love hearing this kind of stories. I heard like many beautiful stories like this, that people really made amazing connections and found jobs and created amazing projects like on my events, parties. So I'm really glad and thank you so much for sharing this.
So just going back, you are an actress and a singer.
Yes.
So you're not particularly a producer. You're an actress and a singer, you're a performer. Or have you been producing events before?
I worked in a production company in Poland called Lemon for around 3 years. We were doing commercial. So I really learned how it works. I was doing castings. I was actually doing everything there. I was like preparing the stage, helping actors. So I really learned how it works from like behind the camera. And then I started also acting in commercials. And then I moved to Barcelona and I'm in an acting agency. And yeah, I started talking to people from the agency and like to some actors. And I've joined some like WhatsApp groups, but I have never seen any like social events. So I told myself, I just have to create it myself. And I asked some people and they were like, you're crazy, no one is gonna come. Why would they come to this party that they have never like heard about before? But somehow, I don't know. It's just I'm really lucky this year. I don't know what to say. I'm very blessed, and it worked so well. And we made around 5, 6 events right now. So yeah, it's going very well.
Okay, so you had a little bit of experience of at least organizing something for a company, for example, or for castings or for a film. But really, you came with this fire. You had this fire in your belly. You were like, these in person events don't exist. Let me just set it up. I'm sure people told you it's too big and too ambitious because actually, there is something really nice at your events. These are not small things that are just happening in a bar. There is always like the events that I went to, they were like in really nice kind of luxury, or at least it feels luxury when you walk in. Like you feel like you belong to an elite when you walk in. There is something special about it, which feels amazing. But so you're an actress and a singer. At some point, you have this fire in your belly. You're like, I need to make these events happening. I want to know because I really want to, inspire other people to have the same guts as what you had. Are you more an introvert? Are you an extrovert? Are you naturally socializing? Or was that a challenge to overcome? Who are you as a human being?
What is the name when you are half-half, introvert and extrovert?
Let's call it half half.
I am not 100% extrovert. Actually, it's really hard to get to know me, I guess. People think that I'm an extrovert. I'm a bit bossy on my parties, but you have to be because if not, everything will get out of like control. But like my friends know that I'm an introvert and sometimes I'm very quiet. I'm thinking a lot. I think I have ADHD and I'm thinking all the time. I have 3 million ideas per minute. I have this fire inside of me also because probably I have ADHD and like when I do nothing, I'm dying. So all the time I'm thinking what else I can do to like to feel excited about life. If I don't have something exciting coming up, I'm feeling like I'm not living. So like definitely events are giving this to me. Like you were saying that this place is a bit like exclusive. I wanted to find a place that is appealing to filmmakers. So I found this amazing mansion because I know, filmmakers, it's very important for them, like beautiful places, locations. So I thought they can get to know this mansion. Maybe they can shoot something there. And it's actually a very exclusive mansion in Rambla de Catalunya. And we also have a terrace there. And I feel like people there really have a space to talk, to have a conversation, to connect. My parties are not about drinking, about getting drunk or like nothing like this. I really want people to connect. I want people to exchange business cards and to really speed up their career. I'm already 33 years old. I was very shy. I have to tell you, I remember when I was walking on the streets and I couldn't pass the street without listening to the music because I was so shy and I didn't want like people to look at me. Right now, I'm walking like I'm the queen of the street. Everything changed. I'm super confident. Everything changed to me. For me, when I started realizing that it's me, I am the person that is going to create my life. And if I don't create it by myself, no one is going to give me nothing. And unfortunately, this is the reality. And actually, it's perfect because when I started believing in and I like realized it, everything started coming to me, and I cannot believe how many amazing things I achieved since I started last year. And it's even really shocking to me that I'm asking people, for example, can you play on my event? Can you come to my event to make connection? And everybody is like, of course, I would love to come. And everybody's really happy to come and to cooperate with me. And I cannot believe it. Sometimes I'm thinking like I don't deserve it because I still have a bit of this like I don't know, police thinking, right? Like why me? Like these amazing things are like happening. But definitely it like made me more confident.
Well, I would definitely say, Justyna, like it really transpires that you have leadership skills. And because you have that fire in your belly and because you had the guts, you dared to create these in person events. It's no wonder that now people are seeing you as a person of reference and want to connect with you and want to collaborate with you because people are drawn to all of what you have to offer. So I'm really happy to hear as well that you feel that people are really that are jumping on the wagon with you. So I want to ask you something because I've been to other networking events in the past and I spoke to literally nobody. Like, I didn't meet anybody. It was a networking event. And yes, there were people of the industry, but somehow I got out of it with, all right, maybe let's say 1 or 2 business cards. But at your event, and I would say, put me under the spotlight as an artist, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, I will feel at ease performing in front of 5,000 people. Put me at a house party with 10 people, I become very shy. So I also have this introvert, extrovert thing going on in me. But somehow at your event, there was an ease of, yeah, there was an energy in the room that was very special. What do you think make your event so successful? Because I'm not your only success story. How comes that in your event, people talk? What is it?
I think I don't believe in luck, but everybody that come to my events over and over again, everybody is so kind. They are just so nice. Good energy. I am like the person organizing it, and I welcome people. I'm confident and I have good energy. And they meet me and I start talking to them. I get to know them and I say, I will introduce you to this person. You should talk to this person. Since I was 18 years old and I made a party, I always make sure everybody is having fun. When I see someone that is like standing by themselves, I have to talk to them and I want to connect them with other people. So I guess it's also the location that is very special. And they are like different rooms. So people can, if they want, go to another room to have a conversation one to one. And I think it's also Barcelona. People here are like happier, I guess. So this is why they have a better energy. And I don't know. I don't believe in luck, but I think I was just lucky lately. Like everybody that comes to my events are so kind and super nice.
Yes, your events are organized in a way where there are different spaces where we can network. There are quiet spaces. There is a space where we can dance with music and where it's louder. There is a terrace so where people can go outside. I want to also give you credit for something. It seems like you are what they call a connector. You have this generosity in you where you want to introduce people. And I feel that is so important because you might not realize it and other people might not realize it. But when you say, hey, let me introduce you to that friend, that's a whole domino effect that can happen starting just there, because these two people can maybe start doing a project and then they will introduce them to their friends and so forth. And whoever is listening, I think the power of the connector or just the generosity of saying, hey, I'm going to take a second of my life or a minute of my life to introduce you to this person is so important. I want to go back to what you said. Barcelona, people are warm and smiling. You're from Poland. It's a culture that I don't know much of. I know of Belgium. I know of the UK because I lived there. I know of Paris because I lived there, America, Jamaica. Culturally, people are different everywhere. But I'm also wondering, how comes that I can't find these kind of events in Belgium? How is Poland? Is that a warm country? Is that a country where people network easily? Could you imagine this kind of events in Poland, or would it also be more difficult? What could you say, culturally speaking, that is different?
I mean, it's really hard to explain. I also live in Paris and in Belgium for like a second, and I was working in this production company in Poland, and I feel like I was much more stressed there. I would never ever start anything like this in Poland. I wouldn't feel confident enough. I feel like for me, Barcelona is like United States for other people. Like I feel like I have so many possibilities here. I feel like people are always reacting to me in a very positive way. I don't often hear no like from people because I'm so passionate, and this is also how I convinced one amazing DJ to come to play on our events. Um, but definitely I feel like the way of working and the way of like how people are in Poland is a bit different. Like I don't want to complain about my country or anything. They are super professional, and there are also some things in Poland that I preferred working with people than here, because me, I'm super like organized right now, and I'm super like I want everything to be ready, perfect, and here it's not like this. And sometimes when I work with people, owners of the places, I am really frustrated, you know. But I'm telling myself, this is Barcelona, you have to be positive. And I think it's all in your head, you know, when you are positive and you think that everything is gonna go well, it's gonna go well. I was going to some events before I started organizing events in the mansion. And I was the person that didn't know anyone. And I was buying a drink and I was standing by myself. And I was feeling so awkward and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to talk to people. I was shy and I didn't feel like even being there. So if there is a person that is going to come and say, hey, tell me about yourself, so that I can connect you to other people and maybe you can make new friends, new connection. If you're like this kind of person, then people gonna come to your parties because they're gonna feel, okay, I don't need to worry. Justyna is gonna take care of me, you know, and she's gonna connect me to people. I mean, it's not always possible when there are 120 or like 50 people. It's not always possible, I know, but I'm definitely trying to do that. And with the filmmakers, it took me some time to like meet them and to get to know about them. But we also started doing like pitch, you know, that people could like talk about their projects, about their work. And like this, we can get to know them. And it was much easier for them to make contacts after because they had the spotlight. What I'm doing, it was never about money for me. So I guess this is the main point. I really always wanted to help people since the beginning, and this is my main goal. So when I see that people are having fun, that everything is going well, that they tell me that they made contacts, honestly, this is the most important thing for me.
I have I have many questions for you, Justyna, and I want to bounce back on a lot of things that you said. You just mentioned that in one of your last events, there was an opportunity to pitch ideas. So there was an opportunity for filmmakers, screenwriters to pitch their ideas to find collaborators. When I came to another event of yours that was earlier in the year, it was very different. So, what was your first event like? And what has been your last event? Like, how has it progressed and evolved over the months?
Oh, I have so much to tell you. So absolutely, I wouldn't say that I was lost because I already made some events before the filmmakers events. I realized that we should somehow make some kind of bracelets or some kind of stickers for people to know which person is an actor, which person is a producer, so that it's going to be easier for people to find connections. For example, if you're looking for a producer, then you will know that person wearing this bracelet. So the first event didn't have that, and I didn't know anyone. Let's say, I mean, I know like 10% of the people there. So it was very difficult for me to connect them. And they were like asking me, I'm looking for producer and which person is a producer that could like help me with my project. And I didn't know. And I was really upset with that. So I started talking to anyone and I was starting like connecting people. But on the second event, I did the thing with the bracelets and it was really cool because they knew which person is an actor, which person is a filmmaker, and they could connect. And I did the pitching, like people like sign up to do the pitch, and they showed on the screen their projects, and they could talk about their work. And after that, people could connect. But the last event I did in a totally different location. I did it in a film studio, which is amazing with a huge terrace. And what we did is the owner hired professional filmmakers that were recording the whole session of live music and pitching of, I think, 12 people. So it was very professional, and now we're going to have an amazing material. And I'm really hoping that they could really connect and find new collaborators. And I saw them like posting about it. But to be honest, I would like my like future idea is to organize something maybe bigger, where we have more new people because we tend to have always the same public. And this time I would like to invite even more people, maybe from also other cities, and also from not only from Barcelona. And yeah, I definitely want to do something bigger right now. But we also had Carlos Bayona. I don't know. He's the brother of Juan Antonio Bayona. He's very kind to play on my events. and some really interesting people came to my events. Guillermo Loca Garcia also, the famous painter, genius. I'm just like very blessed. And everybody that is coming to my events are super kind. And they're coming to me and saying, thank you so much for organizing it. Like, you gave us an amazing place to really connect and make new contacts. So this is the most important thing for me, definitely. And it's like fulfilling my heart. And it makes me happy when I wake up in the morning and I think about it. But yeah, definitely I'm looking for new projects, new ideas, doing something bigger even.
When you said that in the future you imagine your events attracting like international people and so that we can even network on a wider scale.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I'm so gonna come. And also I want to say I think you really have the potential, you as a human being, to even export this event to other cities and other countries. For example, me having a foot in Belgium, like that is the sort of country that needs your kind of personality, your kind of leadership to make it happen because people are not connecting. I don't know if it's a cultural thing. I don't know if it's a nobody has stepped up their game yet to do it. I would definitely not be that kind of person because I would be way too shy. Some people are called to do it, and obviously it's your calling. And I think that would be really wonderful. I have other questions for you. So there is going to be a more international aspect soon. Barcelona has sort of, I would say, different communities, right? There's the Catalan community. There are people that are from Madrid or something that moved to Barcelona, so Spanish people. And then there is the international community, so people from all over the world that move to Barcelona. What kind of people come to your international filmmaker events? Are they Spanish speaking? Are they English speaking? Are they from all over the world? Like, what kind of crowd do you attract? Or are you able to actually mix all these existing communities of Barcelona in your events?
So normally, even when I'm posting an event on Eventbrite, because this is the website that I'm using, it's all in English and it's called International Filmmaker Event. Obviously, it's for English speakers. I would say that, I don't know, around 20% of my guests are Spanish, but most of the people there are from different countries. And I think also, if you want to do filmmaking in Barcelona, it's very handy if you speak English, right? Because of clearly you're not gonna only work with Spanish people here because there are so many talented people from other countries. And this is what is also what I want to do, because when people come to Barcelona, they think, oh, I will have to change my career. No, actually, you can, if you want to be a filmmaker, you can do it. And coming to such an event definitely is going to help you. And it's not like it's only reserved for like Spanish people, right? Like, we have such amazing talent here, so many amazing actors from different countries working here. And definitely, yeah, this is my goal, to help people also to find job, because it's difficult for everyone. And answering your question, definitely, I think it's more like international.
And so you also mentioned a bit earlier that when you were organizing your first event, you didn't know that many people. I'm sure that you know a lot of people in the filmmaking world now. But would you say, were you already very integrated in the filmmaking world before organizing your first event? Was that what gave you confidence that it would make it successful? Or were you still trying to just expand your own network as well? How many people did you really know in the industry before the first event?
Honestly, no one. If I'm honest, I didn't know. I knew some actors, and I just told myself, I'm gonna do it. I believe in it. People didn't believe in it, and I could never know if it's gonna work or not. I told the manager of the club. She was also a bit skeptical about it, but definitely I didn't know. I wouldn't even say 10 people, like filmmakers. I knew some photographers, but that's it. And to be honest, I'm very grateful because there is a huge WhatsApp group of Barcelona filmmakers, and the admins were super kind to me, and they really helped me and encouraged me to do the events. And I'm really grateful. And I would say it's also thanks to them, because I think like this group, WhatsApp group, is the only place where we have around 1,000 filmmakers. and they see the message and they're telling their colleagues. So it's definitely thanks to them. I'm gonna say it's Roman and Margarita, and they were like reposting my events, they were inviting people, and I would definitely say that they like really helped me and they like believed in me from the beginning. And so I would say I definitely started everything from scratch without knowing, without being sure if it's going to work out. I'm just going for it. I believe in myself, and every time it's working out. So if I really put a lot of hard work into it, I know it's gonna work out.
And I love hearing that. I love hearing the fact that you were like, you know what? I don't know many people, but I know I'm going to organize an event and it's going to work. A lot of people, when you first started, were like, yo, Justyna, this is a little bit ambitious. It's not going to work. How did you get over those challenges? What was your thought process? What actually gave you that confidence? Because some listeners might have ideas. They might want to take action upon their own dreams, but they're scared because their entourage is saying, no, you're thinking too big. What made you do it? What did you think?
First of all, never listen to people. I know that we like to ask advices from people, and then if one person says don't do it because this and that, then you will change your mindset and you will lose your ambition and your like motivation and you will not do it. It's not like I don't listen to people, but if I don't know, it's like inside me, like I really feel it's gonna work out, and I just feel it. I don't know how to say, and I don't know how to answer a question, but I just know it. I feel this fire. There are some things that I'm like a bit more doubtful about, but definitely for filmmakers, when I made the research, first of all, research, you have to make a great research and put the hard work to see if it's going to work out. Check if a similar thing is going on in a different country. Check how they are like marketing it. Check if people are really using the service that you would, or maybe make an event that you would like to do. And if it's working in other country, it should work here. So I would say just believe in yourself, because no one is going to believe in you, only you. Like, for example, I have many people, especially in Poland, doubting, and my mother never believed in me, and she said, why would you do something that you don't have experience in? This is so difficult. How are you going to invite 150 people? And turns out it was not difficult at all. And I feel like I can do much better. And I don't know, if you feel the fire, if you feel like this is your calling, if you feel like this is going to work out, don't listen to people and just go for it. Do it. And life is short, you have nothing to lose. Me, I'm a bit lucky because I didn't have to like invest money, not that much money. So I didn't have nothing to lose. I didn't want to disappoint the manager. I didn't want to disappoint people. But I was working very hard, so hard that my eyes were like bleeding from looking at my computer, at my phone. But I know there are some people that say that they have a project, they have a motivation, and then I see them like procrastinating, going out instead of working. So with this kind of mindset, I don't think it's going to work out. Like you like really need to put hard work. And if you see that, I don't know, you prefer to go out instead of focusing on, for example, like me working on my events, then it's not for you. Then you are not passionate about it enough so that it's going to work out. So you just have to ask yourself, like, am I really passionate about it? Am I really like ready to put 100% of my time, my heart, all that I have into this? If this is the answer, then I can guarantee it's gonna work out one day for sure. And when you have this fire and passion, if you cannot do it by yourself, you're gonna convince people because you have this fire inside you, and they're gonna help you. And this is what happened to me. I have goosebumps when I talk about it.
I really felt that. And you gave like some brilliant advice. So let's say that now we're coming to your events, right? As a filmmaker, as a music composer, as an actor, as a producer. What do you think make it successful for us? What should we do? What should we say in order to meet as many people as possible, or the right people? Maybe it's not about meeting a lot of people. Maybe it's about meeting the right people. What is the advice that you would give to people that are coming to your events?
As I said, it's maybe hard to believe, but me too. I was a bit shy and reserved and more an introvert, and I totally changed my mindset because now I see that connections are very important, and if you're not open enough to share your ambitions and your ideas with people, then no one is ever going to work with you. So definitely you should get out of your comfort zone and approach people. I know it's difficult, I know it's hard when you don't know anyone, but you have to do it, and the more you do it, the easier it's gonna become. And I have a friend that she didn't even speak English, but she was giving her business card to everyone. She was approaching everyone, and now she has an amazing job. You just have to go for it. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how talented you are, doesn't matter how hard you work, but if you don't know how to sell yourself, like to make contacts and to be able to talk about your project and to really convince people to work with you, then it will never happen. Like, for example, the people that go to the Voice of Poland, the Voice of Spain, it's not the most talented people. It's the people that really believe in like themselves, and they know how to make their dreams come true. It's a hard work, but I think it's very important. Unfortunately, I have seen during our pitch on our event that there are many people that don't know how to talk with the microphone, how to pitch, and you should definitely practice that. Like, it's very important. It took me some time as well. It's not easy, but I know that for artists it's very hard to sell themselves because I'm very similar. I feel like people should know, but they will never know if you don't tell them. They will never know if you don't show them. So definitely we should practice how to talk to people, how to share our ideas, and definitely go out of your house, like connect with people, go to the meetups, go to the meetings. The more people you know. I know one makeup artist, she's going to all my events. She made 1 million of contacts. There are so many makeup artists in Barcelona, but people are gonna work with this woman because they know her. I know your face, I'm gonna call you, I know you are great, right? So I'm gonna choose you, not another woman that I have never spoken to. So I would say, yeah, just go to people, start connecting, start like thinking big. I have this amazing book that is about thinking big. And as I said, life is short, don't waste it, and just go for it.
Do you mind if I share a couple of things that I've done at your events that seem to have worked?
Of course.
So what I would say, because I'm absolutely not a network specialist, but these are the things that worked, and this is how I basically created or set up a team, a beast of a production coming out of your events. Like I said, we walked in as a team of 5, we came out as a team of 17, and within a matter of days, these 17 became 26. So the first thing is, if you have a project, it could make things easier to network because basically you already have a project to talk about. If you don't have a project, it doesn't matter. You can still network. But go with a friend that is on fire. Don't just go with a friend. I went with John, who's a producer, actor as well, and he was on fire. I was on fire. And there was Danny as well. He was shy, but we gave him our fire. But the fact that we shared that fire, sometimes we were together, sometimes we went our own ways, in the event, but go with a friend on fire. If you go with another friend that is just there to keep you company, it's not going to work. You're going to stay together for the whole evening. But if you go with a friend that's on fire, you're going to meet more people. You double basically the contacts you make. Then the other thing is, I decided going into the event that I would share my Instagram with everyone. And so not only at the end of a conversation did I ask them their Instagram and we followed each other on Instagram, I took a screenshot. And when I went home, I sent a private message to all of these people. Because I was like, if we're just going to follow each other on Instagram, we're going to forget about each other. But I'm going to message them and I'm going to say, hi, nice to meet you. It's awesome to know that you're an actor, that you're a producer, that you're whatever. So, I went the extra mile once I went home. And then another conversation started after the event. And I think what I like about Instagram is that you immediately have a visual about what the other person is about. But just following each other is not enough. Like I screenshotted them and then send them a private message. Asking questions about the other person, because I think a lot of people go into networking events saying, hi, I do, I want you to like me. And I think it's actually, what about we turn it around as, hey, who are you? I want to know about your world. Tell me more, because then you also see if you're part of, if you share the same sort of values, or if you have the same work ethic, or if you are interested by the same things. And then the last point that I also used was, do you know somebody who blah, blah, blah? So, for example, when we were at your event, we were looking for a makeup artist and a sound guy. So, even if I was talking to another actor or another, whatever, I would say, hey, by the way, I'm also looking for a makeup artist. Do you know somebody? And they were like, oh, yeah, I just spoke to someone. Hold on, let me call them. And so that also helped to generate more and more contacts.
So I would add, you have to be the person on fire. You are the only person responsible for your life, for your dreams. If you believe that you are open and you are able to do it and you are able to communicate and you are motivated enough to convince people to believe in you, then you are able to do it. Anything is possible, and you can be your best friend if you're on fire. But yeah, thank you so much for the tips how to connect with people that you don't know. And also, when there are so many people on the event, 120 people, you can never know, right, which person is the one that is gonna connect with you or like maybe help you. So it's very time consuming to talk to everyone and to connect with as many people as possible. But I would just give an advice to just relax and don't feel the pressure to meet everyone, because you have time and you can go to many different events.
It's so important what you said. It's not about meeting everyone. You might not meet everyone in one party. And also sometimes it's about the quality of the connections. It's better to meet 2, 3 people and they were really profound, nice encounters. And you're like, wow, I made a new friend, rather than meeting a lot of people that you will never speak to again. So that's important as well. So another thing that you mentioned a lot in the beginning of the interview was about making friends. And I feel that's probably some of your core values. You're creating these events because you want people to make new friends, to build community, to connect with other people. What are the other events besides international filmmakers events that you're organizing? Because you're organizing other events for other audiences, for other niches. What are those?
I don't know if you saw The Office, the American version. I feel a little bit like Michael Scott, that don't have many friends. So he's organizing parties and he loves his job because he feels like he has friends. So it's the same for me. I didn't know many people here, so I started organizing parties so that I have friends. It's a bit like funny, but it's true. And thanks to the events, I really met amazing people that I still keep contact with, and we are coming to the events. So I started with the idea because there are hundreds of single people in Barcelona. And unfortunately, after COVID, something switched, and it's even more difficult to make a meaningful connection. So I started making research and I started reading about it. And yeah, I was looking for events for single people. And that was my first idea. So I named the first party Rest in Peace Dating Apps. But then when I started selling tickets, I realized that many people are shy to go to single parties. And maybe this is not the best idea. So I switched it to more like connecting friends. And I just I absolutely gave up this idea for single events, which actually Actually, it's still my dream. I would really love it. And I feel like it could help many people. And then I made expat exclusive events because it's in a mansion. So it's definitely something different where you can dance with a DJ. There is a terrace. And then I made Halloween party, Hollywood parties, costume. But definitely the filmmaker events have a special place in my heart because I connected with so many people and I feel everybody is super kind to me and I'm very grateful for them. But I'm definitely looking for new projects.
Thank you so much for sharing just all the fire you have in your belly. And I really hope that there are people that are listening, that have an idea, that are feeling nourished and empowered to take action upon their own dreams after listening to you. If people want to know more about you as an actress, as a singer, and want to know more about your events, where can they find you or the events on social media?
So my singing Instagram is bcn.melody and the one for filmmakers is film.networking.bcn. And the one for exclusive events to connect and to make your friends, it's called Les Élus, BCN.
I will definitely be at your next event.
Yeah, it was amazing. I really hope that some people will enjoy this podcast and that they will come to my event.